What's up, Charm fans? We're back. Happy Easter, Passover, whatever you're celebrating, even if you're not celebrating anything except for the power of 3. That's all good with us. We're talking the replacement and source material, episodes 18 and 19 right now, so don't go away.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Charm fans, we left you hanging for a week, but we're back and we're covering both episodes, so we didn't leave you guys hanging all the way. Before we get into it, I'm Steph Sabraw, and it's the full power of 3 back in full force tonight, baby. Kelly Mcinerney.
Hey, how's it going?
And Kamisha Lauture.
Hi, guys.
Okay, we have a lot to break down. I feel like I'm actually really happy that we're breaking down both episodes because it kind of, if you look at it, seemed like one really continuous episode because we picked up where we left off in episode 18 with 19. Mm-hmm. And so much happened. We're talking about Fiona and kind of realizing what she is. There's a lot of interaction with the Nico and Mel situation, a lot of Maggie Parker situation. 2 deaths, R.I.P. Dr. Julia and Tessa, the whitelighter that came, saw, and conquered and died really quickly, which we all, I feel like, became a fan of her.
Yeah, she was gone too soon.
Yeah. Too soon. And then Harry's back, and yeah, Fiona's just crazy. Next level crazy. But let's start with episode 18. What was your overall thoughts about this episode?
I really liked it because I liked the introduction of Tessa because she was so different from Harry, but still good, you know? She just wanted to teach them. Bummer that she's gone. And yeah, it just kind of it's getting juicier and juicier, more and more dramatic, and we're gonna, like, get to the big climax soon. But it's just like, come on. Oh, and here's another big thing. Here's another big thing. When's it going to explode?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything that you said, Kelly, and also Galvin returned in this episode. So I was very excited to see him, and I've been wanting him back for a while.
Yeah. That was the main storyline of episode 18, Galvin, which I will say both episode 18 and 19 took me on turns that I didn't see coming. At first when Galvin returned, I thought the whatever demon spirit was around was going to be in the artifacts that he brought, not in himself.
Same.
Which was really creepy. But yeah, I really liked this episode. I like to see more of Galvin. We haven't seen a lot of him, and it seems like we're going to lose him again. Yeah. So at least we got a few episodes left of him.
Yes.
But other than that, I like what they're doing, and I'm really excited for the rest of the season. But let's get right into it. Let's talk about Tessa coming into the place and really judging the work the foundation that's been laid by Harry and doing a bunch of pop quizzes. So you guys really liked her. They hated her at the beginning. Did you like her from the beginning?
I kind of did because she called them out. She's like, "Oh, I heard Harry kidnapped you. So what's different from what I just did?" kind of deal. So yeah, she's very blunt and just wants good. You know, she's a good heart. Like, she wants good to win. So I liked her.
Yeah, I didn't like her when we were first introduced to her. I thought she was really hardcore, yeah, she was just compared to Harry. Harry was really sweet. She just seemed like this complete opposite, and I just love Harry so much, and that's really biased. But
I mean, they were biased too.
I guess.
Yeah.
That's how I felt.
Yeah.
Because I liked Harry so much that I was like, I feel like I'm meant to not like her, but for some reason she's really likable, but I'm just going to not like her just because. That was like where I went wrong. I didn't trust her, but I trusted everything else, but she ended up being really awesome.
Yeah.
And hilarious. And the references with her were funny, well-written references because she does look like Anne Hathaway. Slash had that Regina George vibe.
Yeah, I remember seeing her in High School Musical like 2 or 3.
No way!
She was not High School Musical, I'm sorry guys. Camp Rock.
Oh my
yeah, she was the lead.
Even worse.
I was like, oh my gosh, she looks so much like Anne Hathaway.
Oh my gosh. Camp Rock.
Yeah.
Oh, that's. We'll get into some Disney news later too from Kelly. And by the way, you guys, we will be covering news and gossip, and we will have a special segment. And Kamisha's in the chat, so please let us know. Keep along with the conversation. We love when you guys do. well, I'll just thank you guys now. We love you guys for making us the ESPN of TV talk. Here at AfterBuzz, we get to talk to you guys about all things, all of our favorite shows, and you guys are writing with us the entire way. We love if you're watching on YouTube to leave us a comment after the episode airs and give us that thumbs up. But if you're on iTunes, leave us a review and a 5 stars. You know we like those more. Those are extra witchy, extra special.
Yeah.
But either way, thank you guys, and keep it up in the chat right now because Kamisha is in there. But so moving on, Tessa says that there's a dead body, and this is at the same time Galvin returns. And I had no idea what that was going to be, but I knew once that happened, I was like, this ties in with Galvin. Because it had to be. But his journey through the forest was wild. Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, I didn't know what really happened.
It seemed kind of out of place.
Yeah, I guess they didn't want to, like, show you that he became, because he was still in the dark, assuming that he wasn't, like, possessed. So they kind of just hinted, like, uh-oh, he's bringing something bad back.
Yeah. It is kind of weird. I like to be not so like realistic when I'm watching these shows, but I'm like, if I just start dating someone, no matter how cool they were, even if they were Macy, who is like Queen Supreme, I would not travel to a sacred place filled with Yoruba magic, not knowing anything about Yoruba magic, and do that for her.
Yeah.
It's so weird, too, because he, like, tried so hard, and then he's like, nope, never mind, I don't want to be involved.
Yeah.
Just kidding. No, I'm gonna risk my life, but nah, never mind. I realize how scary it is.
But it's interesting, when he returned from his quest to find a cure for Macy's demonic side, things started getting weird, and they started seeing Mama Roz again, which I love. I love her as a character.
Yeah, I really like her.
I was really sad to see what happened to her, but I kind of had a feeling that would happen, that it would all connect, because she was the only person who knew about it. But the sisters took the artifacts thinking that that's where it was, where this demon was. And at the same time, Maggie kind of levels up in her powers. At first, I didn't believe Tessa that when she was hearing the voices, that was her powers trying to grow.
Yeah.
And I still don't really understand that. So she can hear people when they're passing.
Yeah, I guess she can hear their souls before they pass. Yeah,
like lost souls on the way,
crying out for help.
Yeah.
And then I guess they're telling her, and then they find out Mama Roz is dead, obviously, by the hands of the demon inside Galvin. But at that point, we weren't really sure, but we were kind of sure that there was no way Galvin just did that. That's what the part I knew, I feel like. But it was really sad to see her die. Oh, so we had 3 deaths, actually.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I miscounted. Wow, everyone's dying. But she ended up being able to kill the demon with the fight, like that whole scene leading up to it. What did you think about that battle between the power of 3 and them acknowledging that it was... Sorry, I'm getting mixed up between the episodes. After Mama Roz was dead, they got led to the forest where they were trying to get the demon outside of Galvin, and Tessa was all against not just killing him straight, because obviously there was a demon inside of him. But this is where I really like when Macy uses logic, and she was able to say what telekinesis.
Something around the lines of like freezing or stopping his heart and then restarting it.
Yeah.
She's so smart. It's definitely comes handy in how a parasite just needs to find a host that's living. So it was really smart of her.
Also pretty crazy that she could stop hearts and start them up again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Really crazy.
Right?
It's so cool. She's so powerful.
And that's her demon side, right? That she was able to do that?
Her
telekinesis
is hers.
Oh, it's just telekinesis. Okay.
But I think the sight, when she's been using the sight with the needle throughout these 2 episodes, that's the demon side. So we'll see how that plays into how that's affecting her.
Whenever she has black eyes,
Yeah.
that's when she's using them.
Yeah.
So she didn't really, I don't think she used it. She had black eyes when she stopped his heart. I don't remember.
That's really interesting. So they were able to stop, actually get the demon out of him and revive him, and his soul like comes back to him, which I think we can assume that's his soul, right? It's not
Yes.
anything else.
Yeah.
Because in
Yeah.
the moment, I had this thought like, I hope they give him magic. Like I want this to work, or else it might not work, which it ended up kind of being that way.
I was like, is he becoming a white lighter? Because it was a bright light.
Yeah.
No. Just normal.
But it brings us to an interesting point between Macy and Galvin, because she brings up this point, which I totally agree with, that Harry told her it's not her nature that defines her, but it's the actions that she does. And leading up to this point, until I saw the preview for episode 20, I was like, yes, like definitely. You don't think so, Kelly?
Nah, I already predicted before I saw the preview that she was gonna, like, the evil's gonna take over. So there was my prediction. But yeah, like I could tell, like, also the way she's too logical, where sometimes when she's like not 100%, you could see she's kind of like wary. The way she likes is like, oh yeah, I've got it under control, you know?
Yeah.
You could kind of tell, like, nah, you want it to be under control.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
just not.
Oh, and then also back to Macy, I lost a small town guy, 938, said that she did have black eyes.
Oh,
okay.
really?
Yeah.
Well, then, yeah.
So I missed that.
Then that one part probably was that. Good call. And so once Galvin comes to and he's back in himself, he says he doesn't want anything to do with this stuff. And it's hard to blame him, because he actually had to witness himself killing multiple people with really creepy nail daggers.
So that part was so creepy, but I understand. But also, like, love was driving him to like he went to Haiti, right? To experience like the Aruba.
Yeah.
Love was driving him, and then like now he let fear sort of overtake him.
Right.
Good point.
Yeah.
And on the flip side of things of this episode, we find out more about Fiona, that she's gone completely haywire. She's killed all the Sarkana, and Mel is led to this scene where she sees like this death scene, but Jada survives because she's half whitelighter. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did we know that she was half whitelighter?
That Jada?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that was like the first episode why she had the, didn't she had a marking, right?
Or I think the light, the color of the, or maybe not.
Well, oh yeah, because she can appear and
yeah.
of course. Okay, I didn't know if she actually like defined herself as that, or we were to assume that, but I guess it makes sense. Which is really awesome that she survived to tell that story, because that would have been awful. But now I feel like, is she gone for the rest of?
She's not dead, so I think she'll be back.
I don't think we had a good enough exit for her.
I would run
if she's
too.
gone.
Yeah, she's definitely been a half whitelighter this entire time. I don't know why. And finally, kind of on a more personal level of this episode, I wanted to touch on something that was interesting with Maggie's storyline.
I love this storyline.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Okay,
This
let's
is
talk
pretty
about
powerful.
it. So she obviously finds out she's half black, and now that her mom is not a faculty member, she has to pay for scholarships. I mean, she has to apply for scholarships and pay for tuition.
Yeah.
And she's having this moral issue where she doesn't know if she should apply for them, because A, she doesn't really look like a lot of the black student union that she sees represented in the website, and B, it's like, what identifies as what makes you black, essentially. Kamisha, what was your opinion on this? Like, how do you feel as like a black student at one point if this was?
Well, I think one of the powerful things that she said was, I didn't grow up in the culture, so do I really identify? And I thought that was really powerful, because yes, she is black, like her father is black, she's black, but I thought it was a great sort of self-reflection and awareness on her end to say, like, oh, well, I've been living my whole life not sort of acknowledging or even knowing that I was black. So here I am about to apply to these scholarships that are really targeted or are for people for black people who are actually growing up in the culture, who are black. So I I didn't find it a problem if she would have applied, but I just thought it was just so bold and beautiful of her to have that acknowledgement of, well, I never embraced the culture. I didn't grow up in the culture. So I would feel sort of guilty sort of taking on someone else's spot in this scholarship, which is really powerful.
Yeah.
But
Kelly, what'd you think?
I liked it a lot, especially because she's African American in real life too, and she looks like she looks ethnically ambiguous, but she doesn't look African American. So I'm sure she probably deals with being like Latina passing or white passing. So she probably I'm sure this is like a close to home storyline for her. And I know a lot of people that are mixed and deal with this, and they don't know what to do. It's hard to talk about. I do stand-up comedy, so that there's opportunities for people to tell jokes about it, which is good for them. But real people, how are you gonna
Deal with
it?
Yeah.
So I thought it was
true.
cool. Yeah, and I like that this show. It's like a sci-fi show, but this is a very human storyline that a lot of people can relate to.
Yep.
Kind of makes you like the characters a lot more.
yeah,
Totally.
sure.
Yeah.
Even in with me, because I am mixed, I'm not black, but I understand that when you're checking the boxes. I know that feeling where you're like, I've been privileged enough to not be judged by how I look. I call it people have called it white passing, where you don't really get acknowledged. And I'm sure Maggie and the actress has a similar feeling as I do. So in my case, I can't speak for the black community, but I was like, you shouldn't do that. Are you black? Most definitely. And do I hope you revel in the culture and learn more about it and make more friends who identify as who are black? Yeah, that's so awesome and a part of you.
Yeah.
But a lot of those scholarships are for people who have been screwed by the system their entire life.
Yeah.
And when they go outside, they can't change the color of their skin. She blends in with everyone else.
Yeah.
So it was really awesome to see her come full storyline and have Macy be like, I don't know the answer.
Yeah.
I like that she had Macy to talk to too, because not everybody has that.
Yeah.
But it was good for I'm assuming the public to hear.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Any more thoughts on episode 18?
Any more thoughts?
I feel like there was something, but I forgot.
If it comes up, it'll probably tie into episode
Mel tells
19.
Nico that she's a witch.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
well, that leads us to
That's
all of episode 19 with them, too. After, yes, of course, she sees the wedding. She has to be a part of, Mel has to be a part of Nico's wedding, which is
Where she's working the
bachelorette
party.
party. Yeah.
Oh, the bachelorette party. But it's either way, that sucks.
Exactly.
Because there's still so much connection there. You really can't fight that. But it is cool to see them still leading back to the same area. So let's get back. Let's just start with them. What's your opinion?
She's very much the Andy of this.
Yes.
For
so
sure.
much.
Yeah.
100%.
yeah.
Which I think we predicted early on in the season. And I like it. It's kind of growing on me more now, their relationship, because it's new but not new. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, and well, maybe this will come into the next episode actually, so I'll save it.
Okay. But I loved seeing them connect, and even the part where we get them in the bar together and she's like, I want to be a part of this. I'm a really good detective. And she starts building Mel's trust in the sense that she's like, maybe I can tell her, which also kind of sucks because it's could you have told her this entire time? But she does feel like trauma occurred. So she's on to something, and there's no way, I feel like by the end of the season, Nico's not finding out everything that happened.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
definitely.
I mean, I think she just wanted to protect her. That's why she didn't want to tell her. And then she's like, I can't, you're just on my ass the whole time, so I'm going to tell you.
And I think she's just also growing into herself and feels a little more secure in that, where she knows, okay, this is the time to sort of tell her.
Definitely.
And she feels secure in that decision.
Yeah, but I really love Nico. I really do. I think she's so
Yeah,
cool. And how
she's one
excited
of
she
my
was
favorite
about the
characters.
magic.
Yeah.
I could just take off all
I
my
know.
I know. But in this episode 19, we pick up right where we left off. Fiona, it's the scene of Fiona, it's us seeing the scene between Fiona and Harry and all the Sarkana that she murdered. And it was really violent. And she's so angry. And we didn't really know what it was about, but I was like freaking out. And then on the flip side of it, we see Charity back with Alistair, and he wants her to turn herself in. And I knew instantly that was for some sort of greater plot.
Yeah.
Which I guess we're to assume it's to bring back the brother.
Something, yeah, and that's why he gave her a magical jumpsuit or whatever.
I want one of those.
Yeah, she wore it well. But I think that's what she was going to the, what is it called for? The demon jail.
Tartarus.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Tartarus. That's definitely the outfit I'd want to be wearing when I'm taken to hell.
I'm here to save you.
Like, hello, if I'm going down looking good. She always does look good. I do feel really bad for Charity. It's weird now knowing more about Fiona. There's a huge confliction I have between the Sarkana, the elders, Fiona, and Charity. So that will be interesting to see how those play out.
I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of either of them.
Yeah,
to be honest.
Charity and Fiona.
Yeah, let's just get like I kind of understand where Fiona's coming from in a weird way, because she's been like essentially obsessed over her whole life, because she's what is it? She's in charge, the keeper of the flame that controls magic. So
But they didn't know that.
They didn't?
I don't think so.
Because it seems like that's what she was like trying to do. Like, everybody's lying to me and trying to manipulate me because I'm the keeper, blah, blah, blah. So that's why she goes batty, you know?
Yeah.
I get that. Whereas Charity's just like jealous of her sister, so that's why she becomes evil.
Yeah.
They're both not good people.
Yeah.
There's also a lot of blurred lines, because I get little glimpses that Charity is actually going to turn out to be good.
Yeah, and then it's
and
like,
then Fiona
nope.
is actually the really bad one. Or,
Yeah.
And then, like, at different moments,
Yeah.
it's like, switch.
She's a good actor. It's that quiver she does. I'm like, I'm feeling emotion.
Yes.
Let's talk about Dr. Julia and Parker, because this is pretty heartbreaking. And this is like 2 times in a row that I fell for something that wasn't what happened, which kudos to the writers and kudos to how I just, I'm so
How
gullible.
gullible.
So Parker's on his last dose, and he has like a freak out, which we find out is a seizure, and we think he killed his mom. And I really thought that he did, and I wrote, do you think Parker had a seizure and attacked like he did when he was younger? Or do you think it was Alistair? And then I said, OMG, it was his brother.
Yeah.
I hate that guy.
Yeah.
It was so sad.
I do like that they tricked us, though.
Yeah.
Because we're like, oh, shoot, like, what happened? But I was kind of skeptical about her. Like, I thought she was Alistair or something. Like, I don't know. When they said, oh, this is demon blood, she wouldn't have given him this.
Yeah.
That's why I was like,
Yeah, as soon as that happened, I was like, okay, Macy's gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
But that's true. And then with the Maggie thing, when Maggie was talking to Parker and was like, I'm scared of you, I was like, what the heck,
Yeah.
Maggie? I was so pissed. And then I got tricked again.
Yeah. You were even telling us, like, what?
I was like, how unsupportive of a girlfriend are you, dude?
Even after Macy talked to her about it, I was so confused.
Yeah, good acting on her
Yes.
part. And this, the dang brother, I can't stand him.
No.
So
He's
in
hot,
that,
though.
Yeah, he is handsome. Well, I mean, the family's handsome.
Yeah.
They all really are.
Yeah.
Handsome devils, literally.
Always, the hottest guys are always the worst ones, you know?
Yes, always. There's a new show I'm watching. It's like that too. God. Okay, so let's talk about Tessa, I guess, because it ties into the battle at the end of it was like a middle end of the episode. It was kind of different sequencing than usual. Usually we have the battle at the end of the episode, but this battle ended with like 20 minutes left. So that was interesting. I was wondering what they were going to do, but then it opened up, I feel like, the whole what's going to happen for the rest of the episodes. So we find out Tessa's an RA. Love that backstory.
It makes complete sense.
She would be the best. And Mel is getting really smart. I feel like, with her powers and figuring out what to do. And I have to give Jada props for that, because I feel like she's become way more, like, edgy with her magic, which I like. And she ends up being able to, like, use whitelighter magic with her.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. And she's able to follow Tessa into where we see Fiona and Harry looking for the dagger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is where it gets really crazy. Fiona just instantly... We find out Fiona wants to destroy all magic. I hate when people do this.
Yeah.
Do you like this storyline?
No, it's impossible. It's like, I want to destroy all evil, you know? Like, you can't.
But it's also, like, so selfish.
Yeah.
You thought that people were using you for magic and all this stuff, so you're going to take it away from hundreds of thousands of people using magic. That's so lame to me. And she's, like, all emotional about it, and Harry's just and making Harry suffer with a collar. Like, you're using magic to literally slaughter people.
Exactly.
That makes no sense to me. And I don't know. Like, I hope it plays out better, but it kind of... I guess it's good that it pisses me off, but it seems kind of easy. Like, you just want to take away magic because people used you for it.
Yeah. Also, like, it's weird to me that she can kind of control Harry, but not all the way. Just keep the collar on and be like, tell him to do something, but all the time he's not controlled.
Yeah.
Yeah. But at that time, Harry thought that her magic was equal to the power of 3 at this point, but it turns, when the power of 3 came, there was a face off and she couldn't win today, which is a really cool scene. Very Harry Potter, last movie between Voldemort and Harry Potter, where they're like magics combining like that.
Whenever there's a green light, though, it's like, Slytherin! Voldemort!
Totally. I was kind of worried about this scene. It seemed like really early time to have a full-on face-off, so it makes sense, I guess, that it was just part ways, but she's definitely plotting. But Alistair has the dagger. How did he get that?
He just knew where it was.
Yeah.
He's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now he has his main number 1 son.
Yeah, he came crawling back being like, I got nothing left to lose because Maggie hates me now. Maggie's scared of me.
That's also weak.
Thank you.
Okay,
Yes.
Kamisha, what do you think?
No, okay, so you're gonna choose evil because she doesn't want to support you.
Yeah.
All evil. Like, the most evil.
Yeah.
Plenty of fish in the sea, baby.
Exactly.
You know?
And he didn't even want to be evil. So I'm very confused how that one... Well, I guess... So he really loves Maggie, I guess.
And his mom died. I get it. But going back to your evil, demonic father who you've spent your whole life trying to get away from, getting sick because of it, trying to cure yourself. He's giving you illnesses and infections because of it.
Yes.
That just doesn't make sense to me. But we'll go with it. So that's all leading up, and the big news that we find out is that Kamisha explained it in a really good way. That what was it is that it's not the source and the dagger are all connected.
Oh, the flame and the source are one. So they're connected. They're the same. And whoever holds the dagger, or
that's when the power.
Yeah, pretty much. Who possesses it, if they're good or evil, like that will determine kind of what the all magic.
The origin dagger. So all demons and witches get their power from the same place, which is crazy to think about. That's a big bomb dropper.
Yeah, that's actually that's great insight. Like, didn't know that.
But I like, what were you gonna say?
I kind of like that idea though, because it kind of makes sense. Like, magic is magic.
Yeah, and it's not just popping up anywhere.
Yeah,
this must be your source.
And that plays into what Macy was saying, that it's what your choices define you, not what you're born into.
Yeah.
So all these people choosing to be evil, it's like you pick that life. You're about that life. And then I had one more thing that was interesting. Basically, I thought it was really great writing these past 2 episodes, because I felt like all three sisters were battling kind of different sides of themselves.
Yeah.
Maggie was obviously coming to terms with her father, her new cultural background that she wasn't aware of.
Yeah.
Macy's obviously accepting her demon side, but we know from seeing the next week's preview that's going to be crazy. And then Mel, I feel like, is Sarkana, Nico, and herself. She's always been kind of battling. Both
She
sides.
like kind of parted ways with Nico though, right? She gave her a ring to protect her, and she's like, I can't hang out with you anymore.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
A lot of goodbyes in this one.
Exactly. I don't.
Yeah.
But we'll get into predictions, I guess.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't think that's the end of their.
Oh yeah.
Sort of.
No, I know, but
Yeah.
good like
Yeah.
take a break seas or whatever.
So then the big punch at the end is that Alistair has the origin dagger and looks at Parker and says, "Are you ready to come to your destiny?" Which is what we thought in the beginning of the season. Like, is Parker the source? So obviously they're reading some sort of proverb that I've missed, that Parker is the source, and he stabs him with the dagger, and I believe that is to become the source of all evil.
Yeah.
Is that
I
what
guess
you-
so.
Yeah.
Something.
I guess there's two flames. Is that because she has the flame of power? Because Fiona's the keeper of the flame that controls magic.
keeper of the flame.
But then what's Parker? Why does he get also? Why can he also get stabbed?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really interesting. I see you guys in the chat. You guys have great insight. Mark Ryans, they said that the sacred flame is where all magic came from when Jada and Mel were in the forest. Yeah. But we didn't know that. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I didn't put two and two together that demons would still draw from the same. But yeah, you're right.
I know he's like Cole. I know Parker's like Cole, but he's not possessed yet. So when you stab somebody, is that how you get possessed? I don't know.
Ivan Soto, Steph, did Tess remind you of Natalie in the OG Charm, the whitelighter that was Leo's replacement? Oh, not really.
No, she's more fun.
Yeah,
I
she
like
was
Tess
really
more.
fun, but kind of any homage we can pay to the OG Charm is great. Any other thoughts about this episode?
Well, Galvin leaves, right?
Oh yeah, but
We said that.
Yeah.
That's it.
And was it only me that realized that or felt that this episode seemed a little like this cinematically different? Like, it felt a little more thrillery and like sci-fi. I felt like the tone of it was so different from previous episodes. Like, it's really nice. Like,
No,
I feel like
it's
they're
true.
truly finding their
pace.
and their sort of creative direction in this. I really liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
And like the music choices and everything was just on point.
I think it's just getting darker because the climax is gonna happen.
It should.
So
It's
I
a
think-
witch show.
Yeah.
But I agree, Kamisha. That's a great point because most of the episode on Macy and Galvin's side of it is kind of on an investigation.
Yeah.
Like trying to figure out what the heck happened to Dr. Juliet. So that was interesting. I hope that the rest of the season goes in that way because I think when you are dealing with magic and you're dealing with demons and the source of all evil and all of this stuff, then it should be dark.
Yeah, I think it might have just been, and who knows, it might go back to it, but maybe like the CW wants to give it a lighter feel.
Yeah.
But I really do like the dark side of it. Like when it's darker, it seems, I don't know,
Also-
I'm more interested.
Yeah, I am too, totally.
Yeah.
Boss at Home said, "Where's Maggie's college friend?" Meaning Lucy. I liked her and Alistair. I agree. What is she doing? Is her job done now?
Probably not.
Yeah, because she didn't get fixed or anything, right?
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't need her right now. Maybe she's like recharging or whatever until he uses her again.
Yeah. Really interesting. Good episode. I'm really excited for next episode. But let's get into our special segment, Kamisha.
Yes, let's do it.
What are we doing tonight?
Yeah. So
Yes.
Yes. So for any of you new after buzzers tonight, we are going to take a sort of a stroll back to 1999, the OG Charmed. So episode 19 aired May 5th. It was called, I am missing it. Sorry, guys. Out of Sight. Okay. So in this episode, Prue witnesses a kidnapping in the park, and a reporter sees her using her powers. Phoebe and Piper attempt to learn more about the demon who stole the child, and Phoebe ends up finding the man who 20 years ago was taken by this demon, and he returned back blind. And he was able to guide her to finding the dungeon, or I forget the word for it, where the demon actually is. Also, Phoebe and Piper try to stop the reporter from exposing Prue. Meanwhile, through it all, Andy again finds out that Prue has powers. So
In
in
this episode too?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
yeah, so what we like to do is sort of find the connection from that OG Charmed to this current episode. So in this OG Charmed episode, Prue's powers are expanding, because at some point when she's trying to save the kid from being kidnapped, she realizes that, I think it was telekinesis as well. Or she was able to raise telekinesis.
Yeah.
And she was really shocked by it. And so this connects to this episode of
Similar
the OG,
powers.
Yeah, because everyone's
it.
powers are expanding and they're startled by it, but embracing it.
I love their powers getting stronger.
It's really cool.
I've been waiting for that, especially Maggie, because we were like, what if she can only hear thoughts? We need her to do some other stuff. But I love that she's the one studying more,
Yeah.
and becoming more equipped with the spells. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kamisha.
You're welcome.
I love me some OG Charmed history. And we have some fun news and gossip.
Yeah.
TV news.
Melanie Diaz, who plays Mel on the show, it was her birthday a few days ago.
Happy birthday!
Happy
Mel.
birthday.
April 25th. She's 35, and let me tell you, doesn't look it, I don't think.
That's insane.
Wow.
Yeah. And also Sarah Jeffries, who plays Maggie, she's going to be reprising her role as Audrey in Descendants 3, which is a Disney Channel movie about the kids of the villains. And she's actually Princess Aurora's daughter, but she's the villain in this.
Oh, what?
Oh, okay.
Kind of. She's like the Regina George, I get.
Yeah.
fun.
She could do that well.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Wow, exciting news for our charmed gals.
Yes.
I heard Descendants is good. I stopped watching Disney Channel probably after Hannah Montana.
Yeah.
Yeah,
my cap.
same. I stopped once Netflix was fully blown out. It was a streaming service, so I'm don't watch.
I've
Yeah.
watched
Like that.
Descendants. Maybe I'll watch it for Sarah Jeffries. Because
Yeah,
I do love her.
support.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, let's get into some predictions.
And now, your
Okay, this is
AfterBuzz
going to be
TV.
exciting. Episode 20, Ambush. We saw a little bit in the previews. If you guys haven't seen it yet, a little bit of a spoiler. We see Macy becoming a full demon, essentially. What do you guys think is happening, starting with Kamisha?
With Macy?
Or in the next episode, too?
Oh, next episode. Well, for next episode, I'm not entirely. I think that Macy. Yeah, I think she's probably gonna have to be dealing with her demon side, and that's probably gonna lead the episode of her. It's going out of control, pretty much. That's what I'm thinking.
Kelly, what do you think?
Yeah, I predicted before we saw the preview that she's going to turn evil by the end of the season, but they're really speed rolling into it. I don't know if speed rolling's a thing, but you get it. But I think she might become the source. If they stretch this storyline out longer, maybe she'll be the source of evil. What's her face in Buffy? The redhead girl? Remember she became bad?
Yes. Bree might know this.
Willow?
Our producer.
Willow, yeah, thank you.
She knows everything that I need to know about life.
Yeah, she was a good witch, and then she became really bad. I think Macy's gonna do that. Yeah.
Dang,
Yeah.
no! We need the logic. We need the
Yeah.
science. I need Macy in the power of 3. I can't have that happen.
I want their dad to
Yeah.
appear. Like, I hope.
They said see episode 9, right? But there was just more info
Oh,
about
did they?
it. Yeah.
Oh.
I think it was just like the story about that they had the same dads.
Oh, okay. I want to see him
Me too.
come in. Yeah.
More info.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So obviously Macy's acting up. I don't know exactly what's going to happen to her. I don't want to put it out there that she's going to become the source because I think Parker is going to become the source.
Yeah.
I think Fiona or Charity will die. One of them. I think Fiona won't die. Fiona might die trying to confront Charity, but Fiona won't die until the final episode of the season. And yeah, that's all I have.
Yeah.
But what are your guys' predictions? If we don't get them to them today in the chat, please leave them below in the comments.
Yeah.
You guys come up with theories that I didn't really think of, and I really love it. Ivan Soto, screw the logic. We need the logic. What do you mean?
Boss at Home says Macy will take in the source power and it will be too much for her, so the power will divide between the 3 sisters.
Oh, I would love that. Give them more power.
Yeah.
I'm all about that.
They don't have enough.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah.
They don't. I need more.
I also think Nico and Mel are definitely going to hook up or something.
They're gonna get back together at the
Yeah.
end of the season
For sure. And she's going to find out that her memory was swiped.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it just
I see that
makes
coming.
it so tricky that she has a fiance.
Yeah.
Hopefully they don't get married yet. So that would be even worse, and you have to deal with paperwork.
I think
Government.
they're gonna also almost get married, but then Mel's gonna be the I object or whatever. No, I'm just kidding.
Just gonna go, not today, Satan. Well, I'm so excited for that episode 20 ambush next Sunday, same time, same place at the AfterBuzz TV network. Until then, where can we find you guys?
Guys, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Kamisha Lauture.
Hey, I'm Kelly Mcinerney. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at HollyWeirdo.
I'm Steph Sabraw. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Steph Sabraw. Until next week, stay witchy, my friends.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.